the first I've ever heard of it. That somehow England, we're not doing slavery. I don't know. England, and then I heard France maybe trying to get, there's an ad in Louisiana. They're trying to get people to come to go to England to work and live and play and whatever. And that's what's very interesting. Very interesting. Uh, at first, I was like, we don't do any slavery. Okay, we don't do any slavery. And I'm not doing it. We don't do work from there. Unless they just went and they just, there's some kind of, they're doing punishment where they just doing stuff and they gotta clean the trash off the street because they're being asked to for some reason or the other. But, or something, or the other, whatever. Some municipality thing that they gotta do. Whatever. No, I don't do no brothels. No, we ain't doing brothel. I should not see an illegal sex trade operation going on. I shouldn't be seeing any type of shit like that. Period. That should have been stopped. I was hearing that something may have happened. That one of the kids may have came out of a home. And that's going to check. Hopefully that was taken care of. So with that being said, okay. Well, let's see. I wouldn't mind the having it like if it was a strip of neighborhood, that they would have like a New Orleans walkway or something that they could have British Mardi Gras. They would have had that, where there would have been floats and a little parade, and they would have had the bands, and they would have the restaurants and stuff like that. The same thing that they would have in New Orleans without the murder and mayhem. But I don't know. That's besides the point. You know what I'm saying? But all the good stuff is what I'm saying. That there's all the restaurants, and the above spaces that they have, and people have an opportunity to have a balcony way where it would be a second NOLA, so to speak, and that we could have Mardi Gras there, you know. Well, Great Britain also has their own crypt system like they do in Louisiana. Maybe we could have a pauper's crypt for the community. We can do a couple of them here and there. We can try to see how that is, how that's gonna, how how big. Yeah, ones that are not, whatever, claimed or whatever, or the family is poor and they can't have it, and they could do the crypt, or they can do the crematorium. Burial is a lot more. That's more out of pocket. And people could do fundraisers if they had to. Um, Yeah, because we could have public fun on crematorium and crypt. That's near beer, honeys. That's near beer. Uh, they'll drop them in and they'll put in the powder and they'll just whatever. I'll have some whatever crypts. I don't know where they can do it. A lot of people can't afford a funeral, but I don't know what to do. A lot of people reuse the crypts and stuff, and maybe they don't use the pain. So, or they could do the cone deal. I don't know. Well, I don't know how they wouldn't do that if they want to do that. They could do the cone deal, or they could do the for the crematorium. That way, they'll just let it. They'll pour in the ashes, and they'll just release it, and it'll just be released into the air. You don't have to be there that day. Um, it'll go back to the earth. They could do that by the water, or they could put a big cone or whatever, or something of a lion or something. I don't know, something that was symbolic of England or wherever country, you know, part of the country, and it'll be able to flow into the ocean, go back to the ocean, that type of deal. Yeah, they do a flame. That's it. They do a flame. There you go. Most of the time, they do a flame, and they pour in the ash, and at the end of the year, and they'll have the little names there, and they could just go and take the name and mail it to whoever the next of kin is, and they'll have it on the back of the nameplate. And when they release it, they'll they'll get sent the nameplate, and it'll be released back to the earth, to the ocean, or whatever. They could do one there, and they could do one in land. So that way it'll be bad. And they could do the regular crypt. It'll be a multiple crypt, because they got a lot of powder to work, and they got this thing where it's like a year and a day or whatever. But I don't know whether they could just, because they'll just put the powder on there, because they allow so many days because of decomposition. Was a decomposition? De- decomposition. Decomposition could happen. I was like, oh my god. God. I drank a lot of water and the thing went out and it went stupid. But anyway, besides the point. I got something down my throat, believe me. But I'm gonna tell you, I can't even believe because they want more of, uh, I guess, white flesh. They'll have the restaurants and stuff like that, Cajun restaurants. Mm. No cockfighting, please. No cockfighting. I know y'all think cock. No, y'all. No, no brothels. No, whatever. That's no. Don't order. Mm. But anyway, we'll have Carnival and Mardi Gras, and it'll be stupid. People will be dancing in the street. It'll be hobo dancing. And wiener races. Funny. I might have to have a jazz cafe. I have a jazz. I need to put one as a jazz cafe. There you go. I need a jazz cafe. Hmm. And Creole Cajun food be flowing out of there. Be crawfish season up in there, looking stupid. People be eating up. French cuisine. Hmm. What they need, I guess, is a drink of, well, They could kill that Camp Beagle and put that up. And that's it. Build it all nice and new, and make it look like the French Quarter, and have beignet establishment, and that's it. It's a jazz club and cafe like I want, and a public house. Yeah, 'cause they can eat boudin. They can eat boudin and yeah, some with gravy and rice and some meat on it. That's what it's called. Etouffee, that's what they call it. It's gotta be nice and clean and gentrified where you could just put the facades or something if that's what they're thinking about. But if they're doing it more inland, but it'll be French Quarter housing. It'll be stupid. Oh well. Oh anyway, I don't know. As long, I don't see anything wrong with this as long as they have like some people are wanting to go run businesses in there. Bring that vision to life, so to speak. That would be kind of nice. I'm tired of all these. Hmm, they should have it where it's not just not really any hardly historical buildings, and I'd rather see it newly built where it'll look all nice, spanking new, and it'll look English and European looking, and that it'll be nice with balconies and stuff. But anyway, I gotta get off of here. But I'm trying to relax. Yeah, I'm still taking my French babies. No more. My Creole babies. I don't care about. So, mm, mm. But anyway,